Welcome to the Porsche Club of Great Britain Clubhouse, where today we're going to throw a spotlight on the original Porsche, the very foundation of the company. A little car that through necessity combined relatively humble components with real engineering genius. Now, Lenia, I know that you love a 911 GT3 RS as much as the next Porsche enthusiast. So tell me, why we stood next to a car that's 65 years old and makes just 60 horsepower?
Well, do you know what, Adam? I don't think it's about the numbers. I think it's about the drive. It's about the interaction with the machinery, no distractions. But the best way to show you is to take you for a drive.
Let's go.
So one of the things that strikes me is so nice to drive a car where there's no screens, there's no distractions, there's no touch screens, we don't have to adjust this and that. But there isn't even a radio. It's very much just about the driving, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this is a digital reset, isn't it? You're in the moment driving. There's no distractions. I'm not thinking about dinner this evening or where I need to go or what I need to do. It's all about just what's ahead, feeling the car, having the drive. It just feels real. It feels like when you first learned to drive a car. Yeah. This is about wanting to drive a car again. This is about wanting to feel part of the car and enjoy what it's got to offer without any of these other distractions.
Yeah. Well, I think that it just goes to show, doesn't it, that even just 60 horsepower, actually, if you've got to really concentrate on driving on the road, it can be enough.
Yeah.
It's not a boring experience just because it's only 60 horsepower. You're constantly thinking about everything that you do, aren't you?
Yeah, it's not about the speed. It's about the car. It doesn't need the power. It doesn't need the buttons to make it exciting. It's the epitome of cool. It's going back to what a car was. I mean, this was the original influencer's car. You can imagine somebody getting in this car back in the 1950s and 60s and feeling the same way that someone might feel now getting in a more modern car.
It is a very cool car, isn't it? I mean, you do feel, I have to say, you do feel pretty cool when you're in it and when you're driving it. And actually, you really see that from other road users, don't you? Because you see people looking at it, and I think the reception that you get it's very, very positive. Whereas, let's be honest, sometimes when you're driving a much newer Porsche, sometimes you don't get that. But in this car, everybody smiles, don't they? Everybody loves it.
I think this is where the passion for Porsche started, isn't it? And I think it doesn't matter what Porsche you have or own or drive, you can't help but appreciate the simplicity of this car. It's just an amazing car to drive, and it doesn't need to be fast. It needs to be felt. So, I mean, you asked me earlier, how does it make you feel? And it's really difficult to explain because you can feel it. You have to feel the car. You can't even put it into words because it's all in, the gear change and the steering wheel and.
We have to understand it, don't you? And actually, yeah. I think it does. It talks to you, doesn't it? And it kind of tells you how it wants to be driven. From what I can see, the 356 register in the club, they just seem so active, and they go to so many different events and really, really enjoy their cars. I've often thought that's fantastic, that the register that has the oldest cars in it is in some ways one of the most active. And driving seems to really be at the heart of that. And if you're going to get a 3056, or even if you're just considering one, those are the guys to speak to, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. But again, it comes down to the drive, doesn't it? These guys have built a community around this car. It's not just a car meet where you'd rock up and you have a bacon sandwich and you drive there and drive back. These guys go on road trips together across Europe. in order to be part of something together.
Yeah.
And to appreciate the car.
Yeah. I'd love to do a road trip across Europe in one of these.
Yeah, there's plenty of room in the boot as well. For stuff. Like,
well, there is actually, isn't there?
There is actually, yeah. A lot of room in the boot to be able to throw a hold all in, and take her out on the road. When you first asked me to do this, I was sitting there trying to think how we could make this car cool again. And I think it's just really obvious that this car was never not cool.
Yeah.
It just needs to be shown to people how cool it is.
I think that's the thing. It just needs people to almost a new generation to discover it, doesn't it? Because I think more than ever now, even younger people, there's so much digital material out there, and obviously with the rise of AI as well, I think people really are looking for an authentic, real experience as a contrast to that. And that is why I really believe there is a life ahead for the 356, because it is the perfect antidote to that modern world.
Yeah.
And that's if a younger enthusiast said to me, why should I get one of these and not I don't know, a 718 or something, I would say, well, it's just an antidote to everyday life. It's just completely different.
I think the problem with this car is that it's got a reputation for, you know, the kind of car that your granddad would have owned, and actually, it's not. I think until you actually get in one and drive it, you realise that actually this is just as cool and exciting as driving a GT3 or, you know, a 911 Turbo. It's just...
Yeah, I think there's as much to think about, if not more. I mean, you don't have the speed, but relative, you have to think about so much, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, look, we're about to go into this left-hander here, and gear choice and everything is so important. And reading the road surface, because you've got a very small contact patch, so you really need to understand what the road is doing, what the surface is, what the weather conditions are. There's so much that has to kind of go on in the brain.
Yeah.
That's why I love driving these cars.
It requires concentration. You can't be distracted by anything else. If you're going to take this car out, you're all in. It's a commitment. It's you and the car and the road, and everything else has to sit in the background until you park up. And that's why it's so great, because it's fun to drive, and it takes all your concentration, so you're not distracted. There's no drama, but it's not exhausting. It's not an exhausting drive. It's a fun drive. It takes you back to basics of learning to drive, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When you first got in the car and you had to remember your gear changes and, you know, what's coming up ahead, and you've got to feel it. You've got to feel this.
I think there's a particular kind of excitement, wasn't there, from when we first start driving, which is very hard to ever recapture, because it's very difficult for anything to compare to that discovery and that sense of excitement from those first few miles, which often were in very simple cars.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they were when I learned to drive anyway.
Give it all 60 horse. Go on.
Go on.
Go on. Look at that rev counter. Look at that rev counter. Whoa. Woohoo! There she goes. Amazing.
But this is it though, you wouldn't get that excitement in a car.
No, because what speed were we doing? 38
Yeah,
miles an hour, I
and
think.
it's just
Look, I mean, honestly, look at our smiles. Slight sense of trepidation, but you know.
I won't cue you, Adam, I promise.
Well, like 38 mile an hour.
Yeah, but you don't get this excitement when you're driving.
You don't.
A car.
You don't, and that's the point, right? Because this is the sort of fun that you can have driving this car at perfectly legal speeds.
Yeah.
Again, that's another reason why I think it's so relevant. Because we all know the roads are more crowded than ever. More speed cameras, more this, more that. It's harder than ever to really enjoy a car, and modern cars just get faster and faster, which means it becomes harder and harder.
Yeah.
The thing about this car, as we've just, I think, proved there, is that even at a really low speed, it can actually feel very exciting,
and
can't
you can
it?
have great fun in it,
You know? And I think that's an amazing commodity.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think this car is intentional, isn't it? This is the kind of car that you will wake up on a Sunday morning and go, I'm going to go for a drive. You know, you actually will plan a route and go somewhere because you want to take it out. The excitement of knowing that you're going to get on the road and take this beautiful car out and enjoy the drive. Every drive is intentional, isn't it?
So I suppose that just shows that even with 60 horsepower, you can have a lot of driving fun. And that's the benefit of a lightweight car. You still get an exciting power to weight ratio.
So basically what you're saying then is I can have a lot more fun if it's just me in the car.
Well, you're kicking me out.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's actually raining.
Yeah.
Okay, enjoy. I can't believe this. What about my coat? Ah.
Oh yeah, baby. Much lighter, much faster, and much more fun.